So I don't. Today's awesome because it's one of the days I don't have to get the kids super early, which means I have time for some Mototec content. And there's a lot that we have to talk about. A lot. Goods, bads. You're not gonna believe the upgrade. Let's get into it. I like that. Hey guys, welcome back to the AW Media channel. Today we're going to be discussing the Mototec 72 Volt Pro. A lot of people have been asking for content on the bike. The reason why I haven't done any yet is because the bike's been broken. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about Mototec's resolve to fix it. They were really awesome. They really helped out. They were fast, really fast as far as figuring out what the issue was with the bike and sending out a replacement. And we're gonna talk about the replacement that they sent. Really cool. I think it's a bit of an upgrade. I didn't do any voltage check myself, but judging from the pictures on the box I think it's a upgraded battery. Let's check it out. So as I said, here is the battery, the old battery case. It's empty. It's empty. Now, this is what happened. Absolutely love the bike. Great bike. What happened was I was actually out riding and the bike shut off. Just stopped just working in general. I got no electronics as if it wasn't sensing the battery. But I didn't know that yet. So what was going on? I turned the power on. As it indicates now, it's showing the battery indicator, but or where the battery is as far as charge. What it was doing before is that period wouldn't give me any throttle. You'd see a slight, very slight illumination of the battery indicator. But then nothing at the throttle, nothing at all as far as anything. You'd get 3 beeps and that was it. So what I had to do was pop open the case. And actually, I'm going to pop open the case so I can show you the differences in both of the battery packs, because it's going to play kind of a key role of what I'm thinking is going to be is an upgrade. Oh my god, I took off the wrong side. Okay, sorry guys, here we go. Okay, so before I show you guys the reason why I think this is a battery upgrade, let me tell you what happened to the battery, continuing the story. So as we're riding, power cuts off. Anyway, I reached out to Mototec. Mototec said, you know, go ahead and pop the battery open. We need to check a couple things before you send it back, or we send you a replacement. Okay, so we did that. Popped it open and then found out that I guess one of the cells, one of the connecting plates to the cells had disconnected, and when that happens, you can't repair the battery, so we had to send it back. So this is the reason why I say that this may potentially be the battery upgrade. Down here it says 80 amp. And 240 amps, but on this upgraded pack I see 85 there and 255. I'm not sure. Like I said, he was describing a battery upgrade, but I haven't noticed any substantial differences. But the bike has also been down for about 3 weeks, so I don't think I'm going to see a lot of. I think I'm not gonna notice the difference. I will say I took it out for a light ride yesterday with the kids, probably on mode 2, and the battery is here now, so no. Anyway, so yes, here. Pretty good for all day riding. So I'm gonna really test it. I think we're gonna go for a ride now and see how long it takes for that to run out. Other than that, the D&M shock has been treating me really well. I need to clean this bike. I'm always afraid to clean it. But let's go take it out for a spin. Also wanted to give a huge shout out to Mototec because they have been helping. Even though some of these parts have been breaking down, like I said, have been breaking. They are Chinese. It is a Chinese bike, but they've been very diligent in getting these parts out fast. Thank you so much, because now I get to go ride. All right, so we got about 2 bars from full. We're gonna keep it on mode 2. Because as you see, mode 2 is going to be just enough to enjoy trails and see how long we can get out of the battery. So let's start the session now. The time is 3:20. Let's get ready. Oh yeah, way better. I like this track a little bit more. Let's do this one.
Get off the throttle!
Not a bad session. We're at about half a tank. 327. Oh yeah, it's putting me to work. I mean, I'm not that big of a guy, but trust me, it's one thing I did love about this bike is the fact that the battery is enough to last a pretty decent session. If I choose to get off right now, I can charge. In the next 2 hours, I'll have a fully charged bike. If I choose to get off or not get off and ride until I get lower, I'm gonna sit for 4 hours, but it's so much fun. The main thing I was worried about with buying an electric dirt bike that's not like a Stark Varg or an ETM, you know, RTR, was the battery life. And honestly, I'm happy. I think I'm happy, but I haven't done like a technical track day. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think that you would you'd want to see this bike on a tech track, see how it performs. I know there's one guy doing it in a forum that I was in on Facebook for Mototec, and he seems to enjoy it. I think it's his son too that has one as well, but he seems to enjoy it. But I'm just hoping to see upgrades. I'd love to upgrade the, you know, the struts. I'd love to upgrade the wheels, and just I would love a smoother throttle. That's if I could get a smoother throttle, especially in level 3, I'd be very happy. Not saying that it's bad. It's just it's very responsive. In level 3, it's super touchy, to the point to where it can almost be uncomfortable at certain times, depending on what I'm trying to do. This isn't just, you know, enjoyment. We're just riding. We're having fun, and honestly, I think it's enough for a session. All right, so let's continue. Maybe we can head to the other track.
All right. Time check. Time is now 3:30. Been riding for a little while now. Thought about half a tank. On level 3, on level 2 it's very conservative. Level 3 tends to have quite a bit of power. But out here I don't see myself using all of level 3. Which is why I predominantly stay out of it, just because it utilizes so much battery. Level 2 is perfect for what this is. Trails, small trails. All right, well, it looks like the rain is about to start coming down, so I'm gonna end it here, but give you guys an idea. We've been out since let me see, what's that, 3:30, 3:42. We're still at about half tank. Yeah, we didn't really move too much, so plenty of riding time left, and we were riding it pretty hard on level 2, but definitely plenty of riding time left. Would I purchase this? Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.